spotted now, and could have just hidden in the sight boxes there, unawares as Kenny hits a big shot, and that's clean for G2. Sure, 2 casualties, but they take everything away from North, and that means, at best, maybe some P250s upgraded in for round number 3. Should be an easy one here. G2 are now operating with 3 AK-47s. Don't need to opt for those SMGs anymore. Maybe send Hunter in first. Let him be the scout. Mop up a couple of easy kills, as it will be a flash for Cajun B. And they've stacked towards the mid door, so we might have a bit of a brawl here. This could be carnage.
Ooh, I like the nades, actually. Look at the damage it's done to MSL. He caught that one right on the jaw. Oh, Nico is in an aimbot's location. It is Hunter going down. Won't be seeing any SMG frags. Necro, that's not too shabby, mate. He's only had a P250. He's managed to find himself 2 kills in that door fight against AKs and Galils. Anything else is a bonus. Those were a bonus. Don't want to really see any weapons fall into Lecro's hands, as you can see how perfectionist G2 were about denying that deagle armor in the round prior.
I'm really quite curious to see when we get into the gun rounds how active North stay on the CT side. On Vertigo, that was one of their strengths, as Lecro might have a chance. Nico cleans him up, and 6-0 now for Nico. Had a great showing on Vertigo. Was all in vain as they couldn't pick up the map.
Good to get him off to a good start, though. That is a new presence in the G2 roster. I'm sure Nico, as we learned from Malik as well, that it is a valuable second voice. At times it was a little quiet, he suggested. Nico and Nexa, bit of a brain trust as well. So, no leadership for Nico. He can focus on his crosshair, and well, no better time than now on the long peak. Gets the AWP and gets a chance. They jump over it. Movement from Cajun B keeps him alive.
Well, MSL's got the AWP out here on the first gun round as well, but going toe-to-toe with Kenny is going to be no easy feat. Might have to find impact against some of the other players of G2 if he can. Wouldn't be saddling up, wouldn't be calling for any head-to-heads if I was MSL. Kenny is very quick.
Yeah, Nico's looking like a man on a mission, isn't he? He's got intent. Up short. It's a long lean from the CTs. If Gade doesn't tuck himself in time, you can see he's responsible for middle as well. MSL does start to cast his eyes over towards the short presence now they've lost that info.
Nexus still has the bomb outside long here, so either someone will have to come take that out of his hands or he'll have to regroup, which means there won't be any pressure if they go for an A split. More utility now being limped out towards Catwalk. That's going to keep North honest. You can see Gade now. He doesn't know whether to watch mid or rotate over to help MSL. And they're holding on to these mollies. Could be instrumental in this one. Is 45 seconds now on the clock. 2 mollies and a smoke, a bunch of flashes. That's all North have to defend with.
Those 2 incendiaries are on A. You're bang on. Gade, it would be hard for him to get the trajectory right, but he could deny the plant. Time will become sensitive if they don't start to commit within the next 10 seconds. Here comes some fake mid presence. Jax is being held. MSL flashed off the line. They'll re-peek in. Need a second flash, and he still gets a chance. Momentary though it may be. He pulls the trigger. MSL very low. Gade gets both of them, and the bomb's shot down. Oh no, disaster has struck. One of them has to retrieve it. Nico, 14 seconds. He can't even get the bomb. He's gonna have to throw it over. No, they've both dropped down. Now you just don't have time. Oh dear, were they hoping to boost perhaps? It's a round that goes absolutely disastrously for the T side in the end. MSL did very well to actively hold that line. Just gets a chance to pull the trigger before the flashes started popping.
North weren't pressured really anywhere on the map there until the execute came in. Just able to stand towards long. Gade was more than comfortable towards CT spawn. MSL...
Come on. Millions of gamers rage quit every day. Mountain Dew Game Fuel's got you covered. Game Fuel is specially crafted with ingredients shown to improve accuracy and alertness. Fuel.
deal with it. On number 5 here with 1 AWP in the hands of Nico, who has the long spawn again. He's purchased into that shot not landing again. And now North are on high alert. They've heard the AWP shot and Nico's repicked.
We take those. Nico takes those, and that's Gade going to be a little bit frustrated now watching as he has to see in the finances, but in this,
WP.
all he needs is one. In the doors, it would be a very hard AWP shot to hit. He's hoping windows. Oh, look how passive he's playing that. Nico would have to be fully exposed to CT.
Oh, that's debated
Faking
in.
it. Yeah, okay. So Cajun's holding the long doors, but so far they've got time. And actually, AZ
Across. They run boosted.
one slipped the net. He has no idea. And Nico hits the shot. MSL dies on A. Are they making this work? It's just Glocks. A deagle on Kenny. They're pivoting back towards A with Hunter locking.
That run boost to get across must have...
This is cool.
Hunter doesn't need to pick at all. And it might even be the save call from North. Yeah, it is. He's called that. This is wild stuff. They could even chase if they wanted.
It started with just Glocks and an AWP, and now they're hunting down the rest of the rifles. These would be free upgrades. Like, this is the buy round starting now. It's like, come and get them, boys. The market store's open. Hunter scouted it out. Looks like there's some real high-ticket items. And, well, AZ's got a nice little off angle on the car advance. Hunter is still the unknown entity. He's just wishing he had a weapon worth using. There's AZ spotted out the window. And, yeah, looks like the hunt hoped. Nexer has recovered a rifle, and so has Jax. So, nothing really to gain, everything to lose.
Double AWPs is an interesting way to be kicking off your T-side campaign here. Obviously, Kenny's going to be gifted one of those.
I can't
Nico
believe
could
they
even
made
hold
that
on to the
work.
secondary. Yeah, and the fact that he re-peaked that as well, that was all Nico. Absolutely. Look at this first one. Misses the shot. He goes, oh, hold up a second.
One more.
I want to have a crack. And he's even got the reactions there to take down Gade. This shot onto MSL was everything you could see.
Let's go A.
Yeah, it's just left them with not too many options. If you get 2 kills on the A side of the map, it was just Cage and B over towards Long there. Had to pick his battles. They have saved 3 rifles. They've been able to buy back into another AWP. So North, they're not done just yet. Hunter's taken a lot of room here. Straight down towards lower dark. 1:40 on the clock. They're doing this at quite the pace. And well, now Nico, he's defaulting with an AWP. So you cannot swing if you're North. You need to be very careful about these fights. 2 AWPs to deal with now.
Remember that Astralis game we were watching on Dust 2 and just how they gave nothing up. We watched a full 15 rounds of CTs not giving anything to that mid-hold.
Might be a gap here for Gade to work with.
Oh, it's a perfect smoke. Often you see that gap he was hoping to exploit, but someone's done their homework. Someone's lined it up perfectly.
If they execute onto A again, it's going to be a little bit more difficult with 2 AWPs teaming out of Cat.
Double smokes on that mid. AZ's in a position to be at least cool that there's no one swinging up. I say that, Nico's going to deny that. He's actually spotted the elbow. Oh, what a horrible death. And what a horrible angle from AZ. Nico playing with fire. He takes the shot. Gade's tracer fire visible, but he's just taken both of the B defenders as they hit A. Oh no. G2, you've got a distinct advantage. Don't throw it away. Don't squander it. Bombs on Nexa. Nico has killed all of the B defenders. Now heading over to the site they plan to hit. Kenny onto MSL, but Cajun's aggressive. He's taken down the AWPer. Bombs now loose. Gade finding the frag. This is getting awkward. Gade goes down to Nico, and he's taken another round almost entirely on his own.
Oof, all right, well, it appears Nico's had enough. Losing map number 1 has spurred him on. 12 kills already.
Jesus, we haven't had one of these yet.
The next closest for Nico right now is 5 on his team, and Hazy, I just think he was completely unawares that he was even visible right there. That second shot was great as Lekra comes for the trade, and to finish things off, Gade did his absolute best, dropped the bomb, made it interesting.
That looked like Nico saying, yeah, it was awkward, but good job, everyone.
And now they've gone back to just a single AWP setup. Nico will be back down to a rifle, and there's the found Lekra jumping across. 47 seconds remaining. Just the Deagles, light spreading utility Kevlar for some. We did mention that North were always going to be up against it in regards to firepower, and AZ was the individual who carried them across the line. He was running fire and fire. Stay in transition on the CT side, much like the very quick start here. Again, Cat control completely under their control. in the early stages. They have enough utility just to go for one of these set pieces again. And knowing you're up against
Such an advantage peeking over that smoke. He could see Nico's going for a very AK there over the flames. Couldn't barely see him. Kenny spots another and hunts it down with Hunter appropriately. Just like the B player, they know where he is. They know at least where he was destined to play. He actually was the one that caught flack on that Kenny S shot through the doors. So started the round with some damage, and he's the last one breathing. Bend the knee or surrender anything. This is another spotless T round. This will start building quite the nice bank. Just $1,400 into the next one.
long yet as Necro spotted. Nico takes him down and is continuing just to maraud through the map. 15 frags.
Whew.
Yeah, updated to 194 ADR. That's some wild scenes in the early stages here. So guns are back out. North need to start.
Dorping.
Oh, okay. Look at this. 4 scopes for the CT side. 2 AWPs, 2 AUGs. Cajun, the other one's B, yeah.
And they leave the bomb at spawn. So flashes you'd need to make it think it's a fast B.
It's rotating.
Sight. Gade is the one they're hunting. And they've caught him on the rotation. That's one of the A defenders down. Now Long is a threat. And they group up short. This is cool. Very cool Counter-Strike being played out here by G2. You can see they managed to whittle away at the CT mindset. Cajun's trying to take some long doors control. He knows it's a priority. The nade indicates he's there. But they're up short. MSL Zorp is the only thing separating them from the site, and it's a good flash. He'll peek off of it and doesn't find anything. Incendiary to bide time, but they've got one of their own. A smoke to play around. MSL under a lot of pressure here. He peeks over. Another miss. Nades now advancing in. AZ trying to be the hero of this round. It's Nexa to fill the feed. MSL responds, but up from behind, it's still Nexa. Finally shut down. The AUG makes that duel easy. Lecro's low. AZ lingers in the smoke and nutmeg here. But Jax is the one.
In the shadow.
Yeah, element of surprise.
This is so they can cross mid. You've got AZ and all these steps in upper tunnels has drawn his vision over towards B. Gade, also the rotator. You can see how quick he's back on this. The call comes through. And this smoke that I highlighted is used against them. So AZ can't see them while they kill Gade. So using their own smokes against them to get an opening kill here.
Completely isolating that mid play. You feel so vulnerable trying to rotate to B. You're supposed to be in that floating role. Ooh, Gade had a nasty round, and well, Necro catching some flack through the doors. Probably doesn't want to re-peek again. Nico just taking liberties and Long. That's some control.
What a scary side G2 is on a map like Dust 2 with all the freedom.
Bóp đi! Năng động lẫy lật làm bé đổ mồ hôi. Mới tảo quân bóp đi! Đây, có đệm lưng thấm mồ hôi. Cùng 3.000 độ thấm nhanh, thoải mái. Đang cười giòn tan bóp đi!
Can't afford to are rolling through with this momentum, and it is only up against unarmored Deagles.
Yeah, they do well to drop this one, but with just over a minute on the clock right now, they have Long under control. They can go for one of these style approaches. Can even work out some smokes to bait any utility that North are working with, and we can see it's very little. Just one smoke in the hands of Lecro here. The AWP's heard. They have cat control.
Millions of gamers rage quit every day. Mountain Dew Game Fuel's got you covered. Game Fuel is specially crafted with ingredients shown to improve accuracy and alertness. Another one saved by Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
Start their attack. Deep smokes. That makes it harder for these pistols to push on through.
I see. Funny business flanking that ramp. Very deep smokes. MSL has to respect them. You might want that flank, though. 3 of them heading back on short. They want to go CT. MSL's lost his life. They're charging towards CT as a pack. They're hoping that this gap can be something to push and punish. Hunter's got a perfect angle. Cajun misses his shots, and well, now locked out. Aim map begins. Gade is still down there and confirms it with a miss of his own.
Love tap.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, that's going to be the 8th on the board. G2 just continue to storm forward. 8-1 now as these final few players are going to see what damage they can do. Gade will lop off the head of Hunter, but the immediate trades come out. Jax and Nex are finishing off 2, and it's just AZ. He's going to get isolated kill. Does his best for a second.
Shooting.
Not going to get close enough for one of these rifles. Might get blown in his direction, actually, so almost gets away from it. Dies with the detonation. Kenny, the only man surviving. Didn't have to do anything whatsoever in that post-plant scenario. And North, yeah, makes sense. Taking a time out, needing to talk through their options. It's all gone downhill since they lost that round to just the AWP of Nico with the upgraded pistols of the other few. Some good shooting. But that means nothing. You can see here, truckload of rounds on the trot, 5 to be exact for G2 Esports. Looking to run away with map number 2 here. Nuke will be the 3rd, and we will need it by the looks of things. That'll be an interesting affair. Danes on Nuke, going up against the G2, who are in their early stages when bringing this roster together. It was definitely not a map that they were too comfortable on.
Whilst I agree, Chad, I reckon if G2 can maintain this trend and this form, I think the question will we'll get a real cliche battle of strategic Counter-Strike versus brute force Counter-Strike. I think though G2 are capable of the former, I think this individual Nico-driven T side.
Bit of brawn versus brains, you reckon?
Yeah, truly, I do. I think we're going to get the full cliche because there's one way for North to win and there's one way for G2 to do exactly what they're doing here on Dust 2 again.
Cade's been able to rotate over this time. Lucky him. It does smoke on the hinge. Make the vision a bit harder as they jump up towards the Xbox. Molotovs are good as well.
Give Adren some credit for that one. Don't know who we actually did it first. We never do.
Yeah, we just